Time now, though, before Alex Phillips comes in, to talk to Elliot Keck, Head of Campaigns at the Taxpayers Alliance. A fascinating story, thanks to the Taxpayers Alliance. In the Telegraph today, less than 30% of artwork owned by councils is on public display. Now, you may have one question after that. What do you mean, artwork? Elliot, what is going on? How on earth have these organisations got artwork when they haven't got any money?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely extraordinary. And I think when people talk about council art collections, people might assume that it might be, a portrait of a long-standing mayor or a long-standing councillor, maybe painted by a local artist. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about absolutely whopping art collections that are frequently of the same size, at least in terms of quantity, if not in terms of quality, as some of Europe's greatest art galleries. County Durham, to take one example, has 500,000 works of art, which is around the same as the Louvre in Paris.
But why, though? Why on earth have they got them?
Well, it's a very good question. So some councils actually own and run local galleries, and so they may own it for that reason. But many other councils, I think, see art as an investment, see something that will appreciate its value, go up, and so they therefore buy pieces over the years in the hope that they can sell them off later. But I would argue that's not something councils should be doing. They're not curators, they're not collectors, they're bin collectors, not art collectors.
Yeah, absolutely right. And if only they can get one of those things right, because one, they shouldn't be art collecting, and two, they shouldn't be bin collecting, as you say, because they're all, particularly now that they're all claiming that they haven't got any money, that they're going to put council tax up. I mean, people will be outraged to hear this.
Yeah, absolutely. To take a couple of examples, the two recent spectacular bankruptcies of Nottingham and Birmingham. Well, Birmingham has added 61 pieces of art to their collection over the last few years, one of the biggest increases in the country, while Nottingham Council has one of the largest art collections in the country by value. So I think you're absolutely right to point to this. If you think about just the number of staff that these councils must have managing these collections, it must be extraordinary.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, funnily enough, you talked to me about this on a day that I was gifted a piece of art from one of our listeners, which is rather nice. It won't cost the public any money whatsoever, and it's been done by somebody by the name of Bob Jackson, very kindly. So I'm going to be putting that in pride of place in my house. But I mean, this is an extraordinary thing. So will they at any point, any of these councils, be forced to sell this stuff?
Well, councils always like to claim that they're cash strapped. And when people point to things like their art collection or their council reserves, they say, oh, no, we can't go into that we need that for a rainy day. Well, I'd argue that for the last couple of years, it's not just been a rainy day, it's been continuous torrential downpour on local taxpayers and local residents. And I think, councils need to start thinking about the bottom line of their residents, the people that fund them, and stop thinking about their own bottom lines.
Yeah, absolutely right. It's a shocking discovery, but another great piece of work by you guys at Taxpayers Alliance. So, Elliot, thank you very much indeed for that. Elliot Keck there. A waste of Monet. Get it? That's what they actually called it. I mean, it sounds like a great catch line from us, a great strap line from us, but actually we didn't come up with it. But it's waste of Monet is very, very good.